25% of the general population, with the majority being older women, it can be extremely debilitating in one's life. In modern medicine, there are a few different types of vertigo and dizziness, but there are three main types. The first one being objective vertigo, which consists of the patient having the sensation that the environment is moving. This is generally the most common kind, and can be treated relatively easily if the condition has not progressed to a very heightened state. The second type of vertigo and dizziness is subjective vertigo, which consists of the patient feeling as if he or she is moving. This type of vertigo is also common, and its treatment is slightly more difficult. Lastly, the third type is the pseudo-vertigo, which is a sensation of rotation inside the patient's head. Treating this type of vertigo can be tougher than other types, but definitely doable. With vertigo, there are many different types of treatment. One main type of treatment that works very well is acupuncture. It has been shown through years of research that acupuncture can treat the three different types of vertigo listed above very well. Having acupuncture regularly by an experienced acupuncturist can improve one's vertigo or dizziness by a large amount. In traditional Chinese medicine, vertigo and dizziness are due to a deficiency in the body. There are different etiological factors that can cause this condition, so during your first acupuncture session, your acupuncturist will assess where the deficiency is coming from. For example, emotional depression or anger can damage certain parts of the body and result in a certain imbalance in the body, causing vertigo and dizziness. This ailment is what acupuncturists call the rise of liver yang or wind. Extended illness, stress, anxiety, or weak heart and spleen can cause deficiency of energy and blood to the brain, which can also cause certain types of vertigo and dizziness. Too much sexual activity, extended illness, or aging can lead to deficiency of kidney activity, which can also cause vertigo. Basically, all cases will involve complex Eastern medical diagnosis, which we label as wind, fire, phlegm, or deficiency. I examine my patient thoroughly, the patient's pulse, tongue, and his body for signs of disharmony, and then carefully decide where the acupuncture points need to be inserted depending on the diagnosis. Many points will be on the scalp and around the ears, but they will also be on the body. There are points for liver, wind, local points around the ear to restore circulation of qi for nausea, vomiting, phlegm and dampness, and for kidney and deficiency. Once the treatment is done, I give the patient a Chinese herbal formula that is most effective for vertigo and dizziness. A good portion of my patients who visit me for vertigo or dizziness problem have experienced their symptom decrease by a noticeable amount after a few acupuncture treatments. Patients usually tend to leave the office calmer with less dizziness or any signs of vertigo. Acupuncture treatments that are geared towards treating vertigo and dizziness by an acupuncturist have certain guidelines that undoubtedly need to be followed by the patient. Patients receiving treatments for vertigo usually have to receive consistent treatment for 6 to 10 weeks depending on the severity of their condition. Treatments must be conducted 2 to 3 times per week, again depending on the severity of the patient's condition.